Welcome back to this week's edition of the Suffolk Sports Report. We got a new champion, Cam is back, and lots of playoff baseball drama. Stay tuned because we start right now.
Hey guys, Lucky here from the Boston Celtics, and you're about to watch the Suffolk Sports Report.
Oh, that's a catch. Tatum drives down and throws it down. Pressure. What a save by Rez on his belly. Way back it carries. And that ball is gone.
The king has his crown. LeBron captured his fourth ring down at the bubble as the Los Angeles Lakers finished off the Miami Heat in Game 6 to tie the Celtics with 17 franchise championships. Here's what LeBron had to say right after the game.
We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect too. That means a lot to represent this franchise. Jeannie, I told Jeannie when I came here that I was going to put this franchise back in the position where it belongs.
LeBron also took home his fourth Bill Russell Finals MVP award. After returning home, LeBron took to social media and posted this image honoring his late great friend, Kobe Bryant. This win caps off an incredibly eventful NBA season. Just back in April and May, we were unsure if we were even going to get to this point. If you can remember, the NBA was one of the first major organizations to take the virus seriously. In the matchup between the Jazz and the Thunder, NBA reps made the difficult decision to cancel the game moments before tip-off after Jazz center Rudy Gobert tested positive for the virus. Even with the full house at Chesapeake Arena, the NBA's decision to cancel a major sporting event at that time not only opened the eyes of those in the sports world, but those around the country. That very decision was the turning point where we began to view this virus as something more than an exotic disease that could never reach you. It may have saved thousands of lives down the stretch and caused a domino effect that impacted many industries. Fast forward to now, Adam Silver and the other NBA executives successfully managed to bring in 22 teams and media personnel into Disney World and go for almost 3 months without a single positive COVID test. What Adam Silver has done for this league has been nothing short of amazing. The NBA set the standard for what other major sporting leagues are doing this year. Roger Goodell and Rob Manfred can both act like they were the geniuses behind their league's return to prominence, but neither the NFL nor the MLB has had the success that the NBA has had. So while Laker fans celebrate LeBron returning to his throne, don't forget the fantastic job done by the league that allowed it to happen.
The Tampa Bay Rays and the rest of the baseball world's dream of sweeping the trash can Astros were dashed yesterday as Houston fought back to win 4-3 in Game 4, despite a strong start from flamethrower Tyler Glasnow. The Rays came close to tying it up, but couldn't quite get there in the ninth, leaving a man on second to end the game. The Rays will play the Astros and hope to finish off the series on Thursday.
The Atlanta Braves got hit with a slap back to reality Wednesday night after losing to the Dodgers 15-3. LA poured it on early, scoring all of their runs in the first 3 innings. The Braves still retain a 2-1 series lead, but now face a rejuvenated Dodgers team that looked ready to kill last night. Clayton Kershaw will be on the mound, facing off against rookie pitcher Bryce Wilson in a pivotal Game 4. Here's what Dodger manager Dave Roberts had to say about Kershaw making his return to the mound on Thursday.
My expectation is that he's going to go out there and make his start and help us win a baseball game. I guess we'll all find out tomorrow, but I just know that if he's in a good place physically and he'll be prepared, so I like where we're at.
Now, Di, let's hear them. Who are your top NFL fantasy picks for this week?
Thanks for that, Josh. Welcome back to my fantasy segment. Wow, the Steelers' wide receiver scouting department needs a raise. Take a look at the receivers they developed in the past few years. Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson. The list goes on. It's time to add a new name to the list. You may already know who it is from his Week 5 explosion. Yes, I'm talking Chase Claypool. The second-round talent has by far been the #1 option, with 4 total touchdowns and 7 catches for 110 yards. That's no big deal, right? With Deontay Johnson questionable with a back injury and no Steeler receiver getting more than 5 targets this past Sunday, it's safe to say that Claypool is a must-add to your roster. Let's go out west and check out the LA battle for the lead back role between Justin Jackson and Josh Kelly in Austin Eckler's extended absence. Despite a slow start to the season due to injury, Justin Jackson seems to be the more productive back so far and seems to be making the most out of his touches with 94 total yards to the rookie Kelly's 38 in Monday's matchup against the Saints. The Chargers running back core has a history of multiple productive backs at the same time, so if you have Kelly on your roster, you're hoping for an RB1A and an RB1B situation. Now that's all I've got for you today. I'm going to toss it over to our friend JD for this week's Conti Countdown to kick off.
And welcome back to this week's rendition of Conti Countdown to Kickoff. Remember last week when I talked about the Patriots-Broncos game? Well, as you know, that game actually wasn't played due to coronavirus concerns. The Patriots were put on their bye week and the game was pushed back to this Sunday, which led to a massive league-wide rescheduling of games. About 7 games were moved, affecting a total of 6 teams. With all the Patriots' COVID-19 tests coming back negative this week, they will officially be set to battle the Broncos on Sunday. Cam Newton and Stephon Gilmore both returned to practice on Thursday, the first time since their bouts with COVID-19 ended. With Newton's return, the Patriots are a guaranteed lock on Sunday, and they'll be competing against Drew Lock, the Broncos quarterback who has just returned from a shoulder injury. We all know that Coach Belichick loves embarrassing young quarterbacks, and with 2 weeks of film and preparation, look for the Patriots defense to overwhelm a Broncos offense that is still looking to find its spark. Cam Newton will be facing a Broncos defense that lacked its superstar Von Miller, who is currently dealing with an ankle injury that may not let him return to play in 2020. So look for Newton to come to play with a COVID chip on his shoulder, as he'll be eager to get the Pats back in the win column. That's all from me this week. I'll see you next week where we will preview the Patriots matchup against the reigning NFC champion 49ers. Back to you, Josh.
Thanks for that, JD. That's all from us here for this week's episode of the Suffolk Sports Report. We'll catch you all next week.